Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the second video. This video will be very interesting to a lot of us. We'll be talking about the salary of the dentists in the UK, average salary of dentists, like rough idea, how much will it be, and how much do people earn before tax, after tax. I'm gonna go briefly through different work mediums we can work at and life expenses in general. I hope you like this video and you like and enjoy the channel. I would love if you are enjoying and interested to hear and see more, to subscribe and like this video, subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends, anyone who's interested to come and move to the UK. Also anyone interested in dentistry in general, because in the future we'll be talking about other things. So we're gonna start our video. So in this video, I'll be talking about the exact numbers, the real numbers, how much dentists can make, and realistically talking, can we upscale it? Can we make more than what it's written on the internet? Because no one will give you real answer. I'll try to be honest with you, share my experience and what I could see from roughly 10 years being in the UK and about 8 years practicing as a dentist. I'll be comparing the salary on average between here, Canada, and roughly other European countries like Germany. So I'll break it down to how much each kind of dentist working in practices, hospital, community dental services earn on average. So brief just introduction about, again, what I do and what sort of work I do. So I'm a general dentist. I work as a general dentist with special interest in restorative dentistry, prosthodontics and oral surgery. I've done a few research diplomas in the past. I'm starting my own specialty training in UCL, at UCL in prosthodontics this September. So my experience will be solely from a general dental practitioner, not specialist dentistry. So these numbers will be for anyone qualified from any overseas country and they want to start working as a general dentist, not like orthodontist or oral surgeon. I'll go briefly again through numbers, but what I'm going to tell you is numbers from my own personal experience. So let's talk firstly on average salary of anyone working in the UK. So average salary for people in the UK is roughly about £30,000 to £35,000 a year. If we break it down per hour, the minimum wage is £11.41. This number is before tax. Tax system and taxations, I'll try to go through it in a different video because a lot of people also will be interested to know, like, how much tax will I pay? Is it worth coming and moving to the UK? Will I make enough money to support my family? Will I be paying a lot of tax? So all of this sort of things, I'll talk about it later on. Now, in regards to dentist salary, so average dentist salary working in any medium, practice, hospital, locums, community dental services, on average, according to like an association which is accountants dealing with dentists only, the numbers said that last year average dentist makes about £75,000 a year. That's before tax. After tax, you'll be talking about 60 to like £55,000 left net to take home. That's profit. So all of this depending, taxing has like bands, so it depends on how much you earn, you'll be charged. The more you earn, the more you pay. Now, comparing the average dentist income in the UK and Canada, let's say. In Canada, the average seems to be higher. Dentists in Canada seems to earn between 114k to 140,000 pounds per year. That's after I did the maths, changed from Canadian dollar to the British pounds. So they do tend to earn more. And in some rural places, they can earn up to £200,000 and even sometimes £250,000. That's in Canada. But also this is before tax. It all depends on the places they work in and what kind of percentage or share they do get when they deliver any treatment. In Germany, the numbers are closer to the UK, so not a really huge difference, but like it's closer to the UK. Like around £75,000, maybe a bit less, also before tax. So let's talk about numbers for each kind of role dentists can do. So dentists, after finishing their first year at uni, and they start working as a foundation dentist, or what they call it vocational training. So after they graduate from the universities from the UK, they start working in the NHS. They get paid fixed salary from the NHS, 36,000 something pounds per, so 36,600 roughly pounds per year. That's fixed from the NHS for their first year, as it's considered kind of a training to help them in showing how to work in the NHS system. But this number is very, very low, and that's the bare minimum, because they'll be making more from private treatments, which they take like share of 45%, 50% of the treatments they deliver. So for example, if they do like a crown for, let's say, 600, 700 pounds, they take half of this price after they take off the lab bill, which can be 100 pounds. So they can make more, and in their first year they can make £50,000 easily if they work in the right place. Now, people working in a practice, mixed private and NHS, after their first year, their income can jump from whatever we said, £50,000, can go up to 100, 150,000. That all depends again on the place we work in and the support we've got from the practice with the amount of treatments, and do we deliver like very specific kind of treatments, like nowadays there's the Invisalign, the composite bonding, doing these onlays and biomimetic dentistry. All of these now is the most common renovating and treatments that can make you a lot of money. Okay, we'll talk now about people or dentists working in hospitals. So after people finishes their first year, which is vocational training, some people decide to go and pursue their career in hospitals and do what we call dental core training, or DCT. Dental core trainees get paid fixed salary per year between 43,000 to 55,000 pounds. That depends on their experience and the post they work in. So the hospital they are based in, Manchester, London, it all depends, and it's like advertised on how much they get paid. But there's 3 years of DCT, DCT 1, 2, 3. The more you go up, the higher the pay will become. So 55,000 up to 55,000, that's before tax. After tax will be roughly about 41,000 left to take home. So after DCT, or these, like if it's 2 years or 3 years you can apply to what we call specialty training. So to become a specialist, but through the NHS role. So NHS do offer this kind of what we call national recruitment. There will be kind of exams and interviews to choose people to do specialty like orthodontics, oral surgery. In these years, if you become specialty training and you're going to be working in a hospital, you're going to get paid a fixed salary from the NHS, which ranges from 55,000 to roughly about 63,000 pounds. So after tax, if it's the higher scale, 63,000 pounds, you'll be getting about 46,000 left to take home. In regards to consultants is the people who finishes their specialty training. They did 3 years specialty training, and then they will do an extra year to become consultant. Their wage will be around 99,000 to 131,000 per year. That's before tax. If they do get paid 131,000 per year, their income after tax will be around 81,000 pounds, which is a huge payment on the tax, around 50,000 pounds. So the more you earn, the more you pay. And consultants, again, they do work in hospitals. They supervise the specialty trainee students, they do supervise the DCTs, they work on shifts, so it's quite a commitment, but it's a career someone chose to take. Okay, now I'm going to talk about practice ownership. So if you own a practice, on average, from last year's statistics, if it's a mixed practice, NHS and private, you'll be looking to make around £168,000. That's net profit, again, before taxes, before giving any shares to your partners, on the practice ownership. So if you own a practice, you can make more than associates. So this is roughly the numbers from websites online, everyone can see, but is it the real numbers? Not really. A lot of people can make more, and at the moment the atmosphere and the current job market in the UK is more to do with associate market than principal market. So associate is dentists who work in practice as like contract providers. So they work under this owner doing whatever deliver treatments needed. Principals is the owners of the practice. So nowadays associates can make more than what the practice owner make, because they do take their share before, like they don't pay any expenses on instruments, on material, they don't pay nurses, they don't pay bills, they don't pay any taxations on the practice. They do take their share and then they will pay their own taxes. I know someone, and I've seen numbers which I would like to share. Like there was an associate dentist I know, he was making per year £1 million on net, so that's not profit. He hasn't paid yet his tax, but £1 million. He was a big Invisalign provider, and he was doing what we call a composite bonding, which is like this kind of composite veneers and these new like smile makeovers, but with composites. He was so busy and he was very well known to be able to make this amount of money. But then he decided to take a twist and then to have his own practice, thinking I can make more money. He get into a point in his career when he started his own practice that he nearly was going to declare bankruptcy, just run out of money. But he's starting to catch up again and start to make money, but he said where he was, if he can go back, he would possibly stay as an associate. So again, it all depends on the person, on your ability to work, how many hours you want to work per week, what kind of treatments you want to provide. You can provide any kind of treatment as long as you're competent of it. You can do surgical extractions, you can do orthodontic treatments, you can do advanced smile makeovers, perio treatments like advanced crown lengthening. As long as you're competent, you can do it, but you have to be careful because you're not specialist if you have a complaint against you. But in general, nothing can restrict you from doing any kind of treatment if you can do it. And the more you do, of course, the more you earn, the more your treatments are specific and you deliver top high-end dentistry, you earn more. But we don't want to forget the practice and the contract we want to sign. We want to make sure that we choose the right place to work in and to have the right people around us, and looking at numbers before we sign any contract. So signing contracts and being tied to a contract for a long period of time, it's not recommended. But like there's a lot of things we can look at and try to avoid when we sign contracts. Look for good practice. There is like some signs we can see before we sign it. I'll make a separate video about this. I'll make a separate video about what is the NHS. I'll make a separate video about private dentistry and the shares between the practice and the principal and the associate. It's a big subject. This is just like an initial video to give people some heads up of what is the average dentist income. But like on average, as I said, there is some people who can make £1 million a year. I know like normal general dentists working in normal practices, delivering average kind of dentistry, nothing too fancy. They can make £200,000, £250,000 per year, and this is a huge number. It's not small, and they are not specialists. Specialists can make more. Specialists can make £350,000 per year. So it all depends on the number of days you work and you deliver treatments and the kind of the treatments you do. I hope you find this video useful and interesting. If you like it and you want to see more on the channel about similar subjects, about upcoming videos about the ORE and the qualification exams, having some videos about OSCEs, about filling the application forms, the UK taxing system, please subscribe, share and follow, and keep your eyes on the group and on the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.